want to say this actually is that when it comes down to the whole entire scenario, that Bat is one of the other heroes to end up running. Is that when you pick up Bat Rider, your first thought is that all right, this team is going to have a big hero that has high controllability with this Bat Rider lasso. So what do you want to do as the Radiant at this point in time? You either want to pick a hero that can purge it, or you want to pick a hero that can reliably stun and stop Bat Rider blink daggers at a very reliable point in time. So I would say at this point in time, your choice is either picking up the Legion Commander or the Abaddon. We see a lot more people picking up the Legion Commander in this scenario, but that being said, the Timbersaw has already been picked up, and Timbersaw could end up being the offlane hero. So with that being the primary situation here, I imagine they might be looking at picking up the Abaddon, as the Oracle has already been banned out. Following with that is the fact that the Spectre is now banned out as well, which is a very popular late game core to mid game core hero right now, especially in the higher MMR areas. Following that, though, Egoboys are going to ban out the Earth Spirit, which, depending on the players, could be a very niche pick for one of these players. I'm not entirely sure about what Egoboys is facing when it comes down to the skill-based level, as well as the comfortability of what hero they're going to pick. But since the Dire Egoboys already have both the Tusk and the Bat Rider, two very high mechanic-based skill heroes, I imagine they're going to go for something that might be a little bit simplistic on their next pickup here. Looks like the Sven will be banned out, though, which is a very common core ban, following that with the Lifestealer as well, so the Dire can now pick up a little bit of a strengthy offlaner, as well as the fact that Lifestealer is moderately good against the Timbersaw, but at the same time not really, as Timbersaw has great disengagement. I could imagine we want to see some sort of hero that has a silencing capability from both the Radiant and the Dire, or we could end up getting something that could be along the same lines as a maybe a crowd control. So an Axe, maybe, but Axe is not a great offlane against a Timbersaw. In fact, Timbersaw usually still drains stats so long as he ends up landing a Q on you and you lose a little bit your base stats. So that's not exactly a great idea to pick up an Axe, as Axe really needs his stats. This could be an Undying game, actually, now I think about it. Great way to disengage a team fight. The Lich drops down the beach ball. There is no Phoenix to counteract it, because usually when you see a tombstone, you drop the egg, or when you see an egg, you drop the tombstone. Because basically what it is that they have to focus on one or the other, or just leave. And you can't really leave with a tombstone. So that could leave Undying open for this game entirely. But we are going to see the Vengeful Spirit, actually. I believe this is a Tomato favorite, because I've seen him do Vengeful Spirit core. So now they've got this Venge open. They might run it core, they might not. If they do run it core, that means this could be a off-lane Bat Rider then, with a safe lane Venge and the 4 Tusk, leaving their position 5 still open. Or instead, this could be the 4 Vengeful Spirit, the 3 Bat, and the 4 Tusk. Or the 5 Venge, the 4 Tusk, and the 3 Bat. Nyx Assassin going to be picked up, though, so it looks like their offlane is signified with this Timbersaw, as Nyx Assassin will be the 4 and Lich the position 5. 10 seconds remaining. TA being banned out actually is another very precarious ban, because at the same time, this is one of Tomato's other heroes he likes to play. We do see that Viper is going to be the follow-up pickup here, so I want to think at this point in time the Dire are picking up heroes that they feel will allow them to win the game at a very timely manner, because you don't really see a lot of Venge Viper, but at the same time, I'm looking at this, I don't know if Egoboys have a Meepo player, but looking at this draft, you got a Tusk, a Bat Rider, and Venge. All 3 of these heroes really just need one specific item to end up functioning, whereas Viper can just continually farm whatever lane he's end up put in, where I've also seen that any stack that Tomato is in, the safe lane Viper is a very existent thing. So this could be a safe lane Viper coming out from Tomato at the end of the day. Which might be something that the Radiant is not really expecting here, because a safe lane Viper isn't really something you see all the time. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we see a counteractive pick here that could be reflected on this last pick here, but we do see the Faceless. The Faceless isn't that bad of a pick as well. This actually gives him a little bit of disengage as well as an actual team fight starter, and Chakrams still work while inside the Chrono. So I'm not entirely surprised about this pickup, and Faceless is another really big fun hero to end up picking up. So, not too surprised by this overall, and it looks like the secondary band is going to be Alina's and the AM to follow suit. So AM, really good hero against this Timbersaw as well as the Lich, and Nyx Assassin in tandem, basically.
10 seconds remain.
So I guess what we're waiting on is looks like mids from each
5
team,
seconds remain.
because I don't think the Radiant know about the fact that this could be the safe lane Tomato Viper.
Dyer's turn to ban.
Yeah, they banned the Razor, so that is a mid that could also be played as a safe lane, but not entirely. You don't really like running your Razor in the safe, so they do ban a mid. They banned the Lina. Egoboys. So, not too surprised on that one.
5 seconds. Radiant's turn to pick.
There we go. I had to change our title there. So not terribly surprised at the end of the day with that last pick Faceless. It's another very, like, people like to play Faceless because they like Faceless kind of scenario. So I'm not too surprised about this one, to be honest. Faceless is a fun hero. Didn't win the Arcana, but I feel like he's going to get a pity Arcana. So keep your eyes peeled eventually, boys who like to play this Faceless. You'll get your pity Arcana in the next Battle Pass, whenever that comes around. Seriously.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Tinker.
Just had to be a Tinker game, didn't it? Oh, it just had to be a Tinker game. So here's the thing about Tinker, right? I hate casting Tinker games. It does not mean I'm not going to cast this game, but it's just Tinker is like a higher skilled version of a Techies. Because it's just Tinker takes farm across the map everywhere while also generating farm on his own. So, in a sense, he basically extends the game by making sure nobody could really do anything. It looks like it's not going to be... Actually, it looks like it's going to be Tomato on this Ursa, so he's not even the safe lane Viper, or he's not even the safe lane Venge. Get to see a classic Tomato core. Alright, well, this is going to be a moderately interesting game. I feel like, just by the damage that you could see immediately on the side of the Dire, that they have more potential, but it's Tinker Faceless Void. That's the only scenario that I'm counting out in that sense, is that since it's Tinker Faceless Void, that's a bit of the bigger issue on the end scale of everything, because Tinker extends the games by making sure the right-click heroes can't right-click by making sure that they're hit with the laser. And as soon as this man gets boots of travel, he's going to be in a bit of a... Everyone's going to be in a bit of a precarious situation. I imagine we're going to see a lot of early game rotations to make sure that this Tinker gets his money at the start. End up getting those boots of travel. When that happens, I don't know. I don't know what'll happen when it comes down to this this scenario here. Let's go ahead and get into this bad boy. It looks like immediately the Nyx Assassin's specking Impale. But it looks like for this game, we do have the opponents. I don't remember what their name was in the bridge. I gotta look at it real quick anyway. I think it's We Don't Win. We Don't Lose. Same difference. Like they're already going in for a very early cheeky smoke. Going in with, I think, all of their heroes actually for this, except for the Tinker lying in the back lines. Doesn't really want to risk himself right off the get-go. I really do like these aggressive early smokes because this allows them a lot of information and a lot of kills. They already dropped this ward, which they see with this corner site here, that even though I can't draw on the map, you can kind of understand what I'm getting at here. I don't know why. Usually I was able to draw, but now I can't anymore. So, oh right, because I'm not spectating in lobby, I'm spectating game. Smoke expired. Not able to get this jump on the Ursa for the time being. Dante creeping around, seeing if he could find anything here, and the rest of the team just chilling up in this top lane, where at the same time, Egoboys trying to do the same sort of play, and they didn't find anyone either. So it looks like these runes are going to be moderately uncontested. Will still be a 2-2 even grab at the very beginning here. Question is if they bought a smoke or not, but I don't think they did. So Egoboys technically going out on top with this. And not to mention, nobody else was around during this aggressive ward placement. So now they see the vision that could be posted here. They see some log vision here as well, the corner vision that comes from this corner side, as well as the overall ramping vision that comes from this end as well. So right out the get-go, it feels like Egoboys do actually have this advantage, as their ward was not revealed, where at the same time, I'm pretty sure Tomato saw this ward being placed here. Ursa's pretty good against the double melee lineup. Speaking of that, though, the first blood is going to be drawn immediately as Sladden goes down to help out Smash to get this kill on Dark Ninja. Right off the get-go as well, you don't want to be giving away kills in your safe lane, especially since your safe lane core is going to be the Faceless Void. The more money you give away to the opponents of the people in mid, or in the people in bot, the more problems you're going to have. Speaking of mid, though, as I jumped over very briefly, you have 10 stacks of Oil Slick on this Tinker, and he took so much damage from that, but all you have to do to negate that is just beam a laser at the man, and you can't do jack. So allow that one to disengage completely, and then reset for another 10 stacks of eventual Oil Slick on top of your Tinker player. The reason why I never like playing against a Bat Rider, especially as a hero as a Tinker, Tinker does rely on being able to turn around and use his turn rate as that advantage, but if he's just slicked up and can't do much, he can't really get that easy turnaround to end up getting the jump that he is looking for in particular. He still will go ahead and just keep on tossing lasers at Mr. Jeans, but Mr. Jeans is completely unfazed. Though, however, Faceless Void not being unfazed here, as Smash immediately disperses the man, with Sladden going in there with the walrus punch. He doesn't have that yet. He's got tag team. But that's the power of level 1 tag team, especially with a hero like Viper. The damage does stack with the poison attacks, so it's just there's 2 instances of damage being continually dot-based applied. And if you can get this jump on a Faceless after he does his jump itself, then that's absolutely huge. Team Rem, though, he does manage to find the bash on Sladden. Are they going to be able to get the kill is the question here. The Frost Shield going to be expended to slow him down for the time being, but they're not really going to get it. Can't find the secondary bash and is going to be able to disengage this at the same time. Smash is going to keep on trying to go for the best, get the clicks that he can, but still, though, they are ahead on this lane as they are 2-0 in this scenario, so they don't really want to give away too much information by rotating their hero. Speaking of rotation, though, as we see immediately, Nyx Assassin going to be in trouble there, stunned up at the top. They are going to find this kill, but at the same time, Ursa, very low HP. Dante, no Whirling Death, actually, isn't going to be able to find this kill on him. He wants to actually go for the Timber Chain to allow him to disengage, but speaking of attempted disengage, his stun on Sladden down on the bot here does manage to get bashed up. Team Rem does have 2 in Q, but he's not going to go for aggressive here, because he knows that last time he ended up using his Q to get a time walk to end up getting an aggressive kill, it ended up killing him at the end of the day. So still already this game is in a very specific location, but at the same time we're looking at the fact that there's already a 1k net worth lead on the side of Egoboys. Speaking though, back on Egoboys, Lich down in the bot lane. They clicked on 3 instead of 2. They do manage to get the kill on Dark Ninja again. And this is huge. You're getting so many kills on this offlane Viper, and last time I saw Viper go absolutely ham, especially in a Tinker game with the fact that a Timbersaw exists that can disengage the reactive armor, you don't want to be giving kills off to this man. Especially since I can't get over how aggressive that Tomato likes to play his Ursa. Oh, that's good, actually. The Tinker does manage to go down here at the same with this Bat Rider trade-off, so this is huge, actually. If Mr. Jeans gets... As Mr. Jeans has gotten this kill, this Tinker is level 4. He's not going to get this bottled regen, and Mr. Jeans can just restart. He's pretty much good to go. It's almost like he never dived him under the tower. Speaking of dive, though, we see Smash in a bit of trouble here as Team Rem clicking away on him. He wants this bash, but can't find it now that since they use the roll, Tusk jumps in with the Ice Punch, the tag team as well. They will get this kill, but Sladden losing a lot of HP here, but they could turn this around, but Smash got to play it careful. Sladden, he's like, come on, baby, I'm going to punch you. But not level 6 quite yet, so he's going to have to let this one slide for the time being. Back in the mid, though, Mr. Jeans going in, diving under this Tinker. He's just dead again. Mr. Jeans, like, that's the power of this sticky napalm mid Bat Rider. He's level 6, he's got clarities. This Tinker, still level 4. He is getting no tactical advantage by staying in this mid. Back in the bot lane, though, is 3 seconds until the rune, as El Davis has got his stun available, as well as the frost shield, and Sladden, he knows better. He's at half HP. He's not going to push his luck with that one. Speaking of pushing their luck, though, is top lane. Timbersaw stunned up again. That Searing Jane is going to be there, but at the same time, we do have Lasso available, and Lasso him up. He's getting rolled on out of there. Dante is going down. Ooh, I heard another stun go out, but I think that was... What was that on? I think he stunned a creep. Buenos, stop coming mid, my dude. Mr. Jeans is primed and ready. It's 5 minutes in, 8-4 with a 4K net worth lead on the side of Egoboys. They are doing fantastic. Do manage to hit Buenos with a little bit more sticky napalm here. They're clicking him up as the big scenario. Clicking him up, though, back up at top lane. Stamano's just trying to trade clicks with this Timbersaw. Back in the mid, though, we do see, again, the disengagement, though. They have to leave. Mr. Jeans not available with any big stuff, but looky here. Haste Rune, he's out of here. He doesn't even need to use it. He's actually just holding on to it. Bat Rider holding on to all of his money as well. I think he might be calling out some additional regen. Nope, just brings out a clarity. This Haste Rune, though, will allow him to get this easy jump if he wants it. Smoke on the backlines, though. Egoboys are primed. They want this Tinker. They want him dead. Aggressive ward thrown out. Looks like this engagement's going to be used for the Timbersaw. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we do see that the Nyx is primed and ready for the attempted jump. The snowball goes through with the follow-up stun from Z-Talk, and it looks like this is a dead Timbersaw. And still, El Davis still TP's in. He's just like, I could see that you died. Here I am anyway. Interesting scenario. I think I would have kind of left that one be. Cancel the TP, stay in the lane. He might be doing it for levels, but this is why it's bad for Davis to keep that TP. There's so many stuns. He loses his courier as it traveled halfway across the map and just dies. And Timbersaw, cancel the TP, my dude. You know there's 3 people up here back in the mid at the same time. They get this kill actually on Team in the bot, as well as getting this kill on Dark Ninja. And now Twanos going down in the mid from this Bat Rider and back up to the top. Timbersaw losing all of his HP. This is absolutely insane. This big boy Ursa just clicking away. He wants to get at least 1 kill here, but he's not going to get it. He gets pinged down. Dead boy is dead. And that's just it. It's a Battle Fury build for this Ursa, and he's got the 2 biggest parts of it already. Well, he's got half of the ring, but he does have the broadsword, so he's dealing damage even outside of Timbersaw hitting him with a Whirling Death. But the big thing is, this Timbersaw only had 1 in Whirling Death. Now you can see he doesn't have the rest in Timber Chain, as Timber Chain does deal the most significant amount of damage per mana usage instance.
The Radiant Glyph is now active.
Radiant popping the glyph. I don't see why they did that. It might have been just more of like maybe protecting the creeps down in the bottom here. Maybe another toxin was expended. Team Rem is, however, level 6. He has a little bit of HP to work with now. He's sitting at almost 1k, but he is level 6 is the big thing. So he's got quite a bit of recovery in order to make. Speaking of recovery, though, Timbersaw in the mid, double damage, picked up and ready to go. Out on Mr. Jeans. He is not able to hit, but it doesn't matter. Mr. Jeans burns him away. There is a stun that goes out. Mr. Jeans trying to disengage here. There is no sucky for this Lich. He does have it now, though, so he will bring in Sladden as they will find their first kill of this game. But too little, too late, though. If they get Mr. Jeans, that'd be amazing. But Mr. Jeans, primed and ready. He finds a courier. This DD instantly claims it. He wants to start the TP as Dante is going to disengage. In fact, Mr. Jeans has all these creeps, so all he really has to do is just go ahead and do some oil slick stacking and then finish it off. But looks like they're going to let that one slide for the time being. And already we're at 9 minutes in. It's 15-1 with a 7k net worth lead on the side of Egoboys. Jumping over to the net worth, we see that the Ursa, Tomato the man himself, running top of the net worth at 5.1k. Finishes up that ring for the Battle Fury, and the Viper following suit is the off-lane core, sitting at 4.9. Looks like he's going for the pipe, I believe. Yeah, the ring goes into the pipe. It's not a very bad game to get a pipe as well because, again, I tell people all the time, Faceless Void's bash is actually magic damage. So that's a great disengage for them, on top of the fact that they've got the Timber Saw, which is purely all magic damage. They got the Tinker, which is purely all magic damage, excluding Pure Missile. And then we have the Lich, who is all magic damage, and the Nyx, who is all magic damage, excluding the additional damage from Vendetta, which gives the bonus damage 250, but still can be quite negated if you have a lot of HP and or a lot of HP regen, which is exactly what is coming off of the pipe, because you get a lot of HP regen from it. 10 minutes in, though, we do have the runes going out. The spiked Carapace is going to slow down this engagement. Aldavis looking for the stun, does manage to find it. The Tinker is ready, though. This is a big bait, and they will be able to find at least one kill here. The TP immediately, but not going to happen, as they do have Dark Ninja here with the Sucky Sucky, and they will manage to sedate him and take him for the time being. Mr. Jeans playing a very catalytic spot here, as he is invis, but does have Lasso available, as well as Boots of Travel. So he might just be trying to follow a specific hero at this point in time. The Lich is the most susceptible easy kill, but now Mr. Jeans roaming on top of the tower with his invis rune. He will manage to at least bring in this Tinker, but will he manage to pull him back in is the question, and I am completely correct on that. He pulls him back in, and Dark Ninja now next to follow, and he will get this kill. And at the same time, Timbersaw goes down yet again to this Earthsign Warrior. And Battle Fury is ready for Tomato. They are wiping this game clean. It is 18-3 with 11k net worth lead. Let's take a quick gander at that net worth chart. Yeah, it's on a continual downward slope, on top of the fact that the XP on a continual downward slope. Basically, the Dire is very promised to win this game. And like I was talking about, you do see a lot of people just building this Meteor Hammer in these proer games, because it's just like the pros are bored of playing against these heroes, these players, so they're just like, all right, well, I'm just going to build a Meteor Hammer, whatever. They do manage to find the stun, but the Timbersaw has already disengaged, and Aldavis going to be in a bit of trouble there. Smash does manage to get stunned up. By the way, Smash has no boots. He has boots now. Back in the bot. Rem. Just farming. Back in the mid. We do see that Twenos is going to end up getting this death, actually, out onto Mr. Jeans, and Mr. Jeans, with Boots of Travel, TP's away. He's got the Blink Dagger, and he'll TP right back in. Well, not really, but he'll be there in a moment. Sladden hanging out. They do see Smash immediately. Pumping the Chrono. Does manage to throw it down, but he's under the break. So guess what? You're not going to bash a single time while inside that Chrono. They do lose Sladden, though. Smash in a bit of trouble here. The slow is there. Stunned out immediately out onto Dante, but they will be able to get this one through. The swap, though. Smash starts the Meteor Hammer if he gets this. Oh, that would have been huge for Mr. Jeans, but Mr. Jeans comes in. He's not letting this go easy. In fact, look at all this damage that's going out. They're playing in the fire. What are they doing? Everyone's going down. The fire from Mr. Jeans as well, dropping all over the place. And Mr. Jeans will be able to get the kill, but he doesn't have the capability. Denied by the neutral creep. It doesn't matter. Mr. Jeans escapes from this, getting a 4-man kill there. Ultra kill for Mr. Jeans, and the deny coming out from the Dragons. And I'd say that's worth it at the end of the day, because everybody... Did everybody die? I think everybody died. Did Ursa die? No, he did not. He was not even there. I think Ursa was bottom this whole entire time. Say English in the chat. Good point. Good point. Ongoing, 30 minutes. This has a 15-minute delay on it. Well, there's no caster on the inside of the lobby, so Dante being played with here is Mr. Jeans coming in, trying to burn him up. It doesn't even matter. Tomato will end up getting the easy double kill on that one. We'll let this one slide. They get this Roshan, I believe. No real contest. Yeah, Ursa did end up getting it. Still has it. Battle Fury ready. He's got the Yasha. He's going to go for the Desolator now. Back in the mid. Stun immediately out onto Team Rem. Will he be able to get the follow-up, though, is the question. Mr. Jeans swaps him out. They find the skill on the Nyx, and Rem eats the dirt. Tinker, he wants this kill on the Tinker so bad. Mr. Jeans will just have to take this Lich instead, and they will find the kill. Able to disengage. The hammer immediately out from Smash. They will find the damage on this tower, burning away slowly, and Timber dead yet again. There's not even an Ursa this time around. And he is going to end up eating the dirt here and just clicking away. Smash is just going to get this tower. Meteor Hammer. I'm telling you, boys. That's what a lot of players like to do when they realize that this is a high-skilled match versus a low-skilled match in these qualifiers. You just buy out the Meteor Hammer, and you're good to go. There goes a really good chrono, actually. This could be very beneficial for them if they could get anything with it. The snowball is there. Vengeful Spirit as well follows the stun. They will get this kill, but at the same time, Sladden will be the first to fall under the Tinker's march as Plenos will find this return. Smash, though, immediately with a counteractive heal. Gets all of his HP back from this. Tenos hits the dirt as well as this Lich. And now Dante, the only one alive, is trying to disengage. Is swapped, though, so that Timber chain ain't going to chain you nowhere as you're chained to the ground. They find this easy kill. Now 35-7. Meteor Hammers, channeled hoe. That's what you got to do, except you probably want to stack them still because you can't do the stack damage with the Meteor Hammer. Jump over to the Dota Bridge. Looks like it is still going on in the game, so something must have happened. That or it really is on a 5-minute delay, and it also counts the drafting phase. But this could be the thing that happened, as Mr. Jeans does manage to hit the dirt, though Dark Ninja does fall at the same time. Smash able to finish the Meteor Hammer channel, losing quite a bit of HP here. The pipe is up and ready, but not available. Does have 18 wand charges, still under the Chakram, burning away. He does use the wand charges, still manages to die at the same time. Smash does still manage to find the kill on Dante. They want this Rax, though. They see Aldivales. Will they be able to get the stun is the question. Zetok, the only one on the high ground. I think he forgot that he is currently alive. Never mind, it doesn't matter. The Medallion of Courage letting him that immediate kill. At the same time, though, the TP as well as the buyback out from the Lich. We do see that the first life is going to be used up. Rem with no chrono. They find the kill on Zetok. There's no BKB on this Urso, so his only plan is to fight as he immediately gets triple bashed out by Team Rem, following with an ontuple bash following suit. Aldivas will heat the dirt, though, as Darkshade does manage to find the kill. And Tomato, well, they might be able to get this kill, but they should probably disengage here. I say that, though, as Dante just getting bursted, and Mr. Jeans finding the kill on Mr. Twenos in the backlines. And now we just see that this Earthside Warrior just going ham. He gets these kills, and that's easy clean. What do you do is this scenario on the Radiant? You're just getting absolutely destroyed. They drop the fortification, which will stunt off the engagement for now. However long it'll stunt it is the question, though. They need a little bit of health for this Ursa, but the only way this Ursa is getting health is if he clicks it off of an enemy, but it looks like he doesn't even have any form of lifesteal available. Channeling the hammers, they're going to keep on hitting these towers. That's how they're going to play this out. Most likely disengage for the time being, now that there's no Ursa, Aegis on the Ursa, and there is no Ursa. Another ring looks like it's going to be built for the Ursa here. I don't exactly know what he's trying to build. I don't think it's a Lincoln's. It could be, though. Dante does manage to get picked off by Smash at the same time. And Sladden just having a great time this game. He's got a Blink Dagger. Let's go ahead and look at our items, actually. Nyx Assassin is a position 5. He's got nothing. Lich, also position 5. He's got nothing. This Tinker never actually finished Boots of Travel, which he is about 20 gold away from, which I don't think will allow him to take a comeback into this game, while Mask of Madness is still attempting to be built for the Faceless Void. Timbersaw, the highest net worth on their team, next to this Tinker, sitting on a eventual pipe. And now for the side of the Dire, we see Zetok does now have the called it Vampiric Aura. It's Vladimir's, obviously. They do manage to get the Vladimir's lasso immediately out onto this now very dead Faceless Void. No buyback for him as he bought in the last team fight. Lich Ball goes through, lands on literally nothing, and dies instantly. Lich will go ahead and die here. Doesn't have the buyback available. Actually buys something to make sure that the buyback is not a visible option for him. And this is a very dead top Rax. Meteor Hammers being channeled. They will just keep channeling. Oh, here it is. It's a hammer. That was happening. Yeah, I keep on forgetting that the big regen ring goes into Hammer now. It looks like they're just going to go ahead and walk bottom, but the problem is that they can't physically do that. They will go ahead and get this kill, as well as getting the stun on the tower, but though it will be Sladden eating the dirt here for his greed. Meteor Hammer is still being continually channeled, and this looks like a very... Oh, hang on, actually, Fortification as well as a Chrono goes out. They will find this kill out on the Smash. That's ×3 streak going down. Ursa is ready, though. He does have Empower. Empower, that's the wrong ability. He does have Overpower. Though Eldavis is just getting burnt up alive left and right. Be right back, being thrown out by Dante. There's nothing you can do about this. These towers are dead. Buyback immediately out from Smash here. Aldivas giving them the thanks for playing against us. We had a good time. Now, Mr. Jeans actually is going to smoke up so he doesn't get spotted here by the Tinker Rockets. Losing so a lot of HP to this. Lasso immediately out onto this poor Lich. They will eat the dirt with this Lich. He hits the ground. And now for the Ancient to be clicked down here. Ever so slowly. I say ever so slowly. It's because we're seeing everybody like re-engage into something else. Meteor Hammers, what are we looking at our Meteor Hammer timers? Let's see. There is one being used on the Bat Rider now. There's one being used on the Viper now. And there's one being used on the Ursa now. So this Ancient is hitting the dirt. Oh, come on, guys. Really doing these BM pauses in a game like this.
How is it
And with that being said, Egoboys will take their first game of today in style. 21 minutes with a 35k net worth lead, 55-12. Egoboys to move up in through the qualifiers.